And we know that will be x times x, right? X times x gives us x squared. Then now we just find x times what will give us negative 20x. And I'm sure you can tell me that is negative 20. Then x times what will give us x. And again, I'm sure you tell me it's 1. So now we write these two as our factors. Then we have to divide, because always we have to divide after sliding. That is why the formula is called slide and divide. Hello, my name is Mr. Chu and welcome to my study room. Today we are factoring quadratic trinomials using the slide and divide method. And this method is used when the leading coefficient of the trinomial you are factoring is not 1, and also when the trinomial is factorable, meaning it can be factored. Let's take an example. We are to factorize 3x squared plus 14x minus 5. We are going to use the slide and divide. The first thing we'll be doing is the slide part. Since the leading coefficient or the coefficient of x squared is not 1, we have to make it 1 by sliding it to the 5 and multiplying the two of them. And then that gives us a new expression, which is x squared without a 3 plus 14x. Then now 3 times negative 5 gives us negative 15. And then now we are going to factorize this. So let's have two parentheses for the factors. And then because of the x squared here, we're going to have x here and then x here, so that when they multiply, we get x squared. Then now we're going to look for two factors of negative 15 that when we add, we get 14 positive. So let's start that here, negative 15. And then maybe let's just have something like t-chart to represent the factors and the sum. One thing I want to quickly say is that since the 15 is negative, it means that one of the factors must be negative. For you to multiply two numbers to give you a negative answer, unless one of them is negative. So that's what we'll be doing. We'll be writing the factors of 15 by making one of them negative. The first pair of factors I will write will be 1 and 15, but like I said, one of them must be negative. So let's try with negative 1 and 15 and see. Negative 1, 15. When we add the two of them, that gives 14. And that is already our answer. So we will not stretch it any further. So that means we are going to use these two to represent the two factors. So you can write any of them first, but I would just like to write the negative 1 first. So we put x minus 1 and then x plus 15. It doesn't matter if you write the 50 first. After the slide, don't forget to divide by the same number, which is the leading coefficient. So we divide each of the factors by 3, this one by 3, and simplify. Anytime we have a division that cannot give us a whole number, we will slide the denominator to the x to give us 3x minus 1. But then this side we can simplify to give us a whole number. So 3 goes here, 1 goes here, 5. And that will be x plus 5. And this becomes the factors of this expression. Let's take another example. We are to factorize 6x squared minus 13x plus 6. And just as we did at first, the a, which is the leading coefficient, is not 1. So we slide it to come and multiply the 6 here. And that gives us 36. And the expression now becomes x squared minus 13x plus 36. Then now we are going to have the factors in two parentheses. So you can put them here and place the x in each of them, since we have x squared here. Then now we get two factors of 36 that when we add, we get negative 13. So we put our 36 here. with the factors, then we find the sum of the factors. Again, I'm interested in the signs. So for us to have factors of 36 now, when we add them, we get negative 13, unless both factors are negative. Because when we multiply two negative, we get a positive answer, and when we add two negative, we still get negative. So now we're going to list the factors of 36. I will still start with 1 and 36. Remember, I said both of them must be negative. And when we add them, we get negative 37, which is not the same as negative 13. Then we have negative 2 and negative 18, which when we add, we get negative 20, which is not equal to b. We get negative 3 and negative 12, which when we add, we get negative 15, which is still not equal to the b. Then from 3 we go to 4. 4 can divide 36, so negative 4 and negative 9. 4, 9, 36. And when we add them, we get negative 13, which is equal to our p. That means we are going to use these two factors, and we just place them directly in the parentheses, negative 4, negative 9. But remember, after sliding, we divide. So let's go ahead and divide by the 6. So divided by 6, divided by 6. And here we don't have any whole number in any case, but then we can reduce. So 2 can divide both of them. This gives us 2, and that gives us 3. Here 2, 3 can divide both of them. This goes here 3, goes here 2. So our expression now becomes x minus 2 over 3. Then x minus 3 over 2. But remember, we don't have a whole number here. So what we do, we slide this to the front here and slide this to the front here. Anytime we have a fraction, that's what we are going to be doing, unless the denominator divides directly into the numerator. So this gives us 3x minus 2 multiplying 2x minus 3, and that is our answer. When we factorize this expression here, we get 3x minus 2 and then 2x minus 3. We probably take one more example. Here we are factorizing 5x squared minus 19x minus 4, and we will start just how we've been starting. So we slide the 5 to multiply the negative 4 here to get negative 20, and the expression now becomes x squared minus 19x minus 20. Then here I want to use a slightly different approach in this case, and I'm going to use box method to get my factors. Then I'll just come and write them. So let me get my box. Then I write my trinomial inside the box. I'll first have my x squared here, then negative 19x here in the middle here, then negative 20 down here. Alright, so we're still going to look for two factors of negative 20. Then when we add, we get negative 19. So let me put that here. Because this is negative, it means that one of the factors must be negative. And here we can say that because the b is negative, it means that the bigger of the two factors must be negative. But we can also just do try and error. So we get negative 1 and 20. When we add them, we get 19. And then when we do 1 and negative 20, that also gives us negative 20. When we add them, we get negative 19. So that means that we are using these two factors to fill in this part of the box. And remember, this is 19x, so we must attach x to each of them. So this will be negative 20x and then x. So that when we add x and negative 20x, we get negative 19x. Then now we are going to find the factors by the side. This is x squared, and we know that that will be x times x, right? x times x gives us x squared. Then now we just find x times what will give us negative 20x, and I'm sure you can tell me that is negative 20. Then x times what will give us x, and again I'm sure you tell me x1. So now we write these two as our factors. Then we have to divide, because always we have to divide after sliding. That is why the formula is called slide and divide. So now we write the two factors first, x minus 20 and then x plus 1. Then now we divide by what? The 5. So 5 divided by 5. 5 goes here 1, goes here 4. So this gives us x minus 4. And then since this cannot give us a whole number, we slide the 5 to the front of the x, and that gives us 5x plus 1, and that is our answer. So if you don't like the other one, you can use the box as well to find your answer. I give you some to try by yourself, and I want you to pause the video and try each of them. After that, you compare your answers with mine. And if you do it well, for the first one you should have 2x plus 3 and then 4x plus 1. And for the second one you should have 2x plus 3 multiplying x minus 3. I hope this video has been of help to you. If yes, then kindly consider subscribing to this channel for more videos like this. Till we meet again in my study room. It's a bye. Thank you.